Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello dear students and welcome to first year science online classes. We have already discussed in detail the concept of complex numbers. In today's class we will just solve some additional problems. Okay, so there is nothing new to be learnt here, only the formulas that you know already must be used here to solve these questions. So some of these all of these concepts are the same that you have studied already, but only additional examples. All right, so miscellaneous examples. Well, now let us look at the first question here. The first question is, find the conjugate of 3 minus 2i into 2 plus 3i, 1 plus 2i into 2 minus I. Well, so let us try to solve this. Okay, so what you need to do is first, what do you mean by a conjugate? If you have a complex number a plus ib, then the conjugate is a minus ib. So imaginary changes the sign. So now what we need to do is we have to convert this in the form of a plus ib. So once we do that, then it is just enough to change the sign of the imaginary part. Well, so what we will do first is convert this in the form of a plus ib. So we got to multiply the numerator as well as the denominator complex numbers. Well, so first multiply them. So 3 into 2, okay, so that is 6 here, and then 3 into 3i, so that is 9i, minus 2 into 2 minus 4i, and then minus into plus is minus 2 into 3 is 6, and I into I is I square, so don't forget that. Divided by, once again we got to multiply here also, so 1 into 2, then 1 into minus I, 2i into 2, that is 4i, and then minus into plus into minus is minus 2 into 1, and then I into I is I square. Well, having written that, now let us substitute I square. What is I square? Of course, minus 1, and I square minus 1. So let us replace that, and we can simplify these now itself. So 9i minus 4i is 5i, then 4i minus I will be 3i. Well, so let me write that. So 6 and then plus 5i, and then minus 6 into minus 1, and then divided by 2 here, and this is 4i minus I is 3i. Well, and then finally you have I square, which must be replaced as minus 1. Well, now what you can do is this is 6 and minus will be plus 6, and this 5i, you got 2 here, and then minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2 plus 3i. Well, so this is 6 plus 6, which is 12. So write it, and then 5i divided by 4 plus 3i. Now, is it in the form of a plus ib? No, it's not in the form of a plus ib. Therefore, what you must do? Yes, you must get rid of I in the denominator. So, therefore, we have to rationalize. Now what do you mean by rationalization? You got to multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. So denominator na conjugate ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದ್ದದು ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ multiply and divide by the conjugate. denominator na conjugate ಇಂದ multiply ಮತ್ತೆ divide ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದು rationalization ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. all right, now multiply. okay, so 12 into 4 48, then 12 into minus 3 minus 36i, 5i plus 4 into 4, I'm sorry, so 20i, then 5i minus 3i is minus 15i square. Well, now this is a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square type. So this is 4 square minus 3i whole square. Okay, so that's easy thing to simplify. Now well, you got minus 36i plus 20i, so minus 16i. So start with 48, then minus 16i. Next you replace minus 1 in place of I square, divided by 4 square is 16 minus 3 square 9 and I 3 square 9 and I square, correct. Now replace this I square minus 1. okay, so this is 48 minus 16i, or you can write minus and minus plus 15, so plus 15 you write here and minus 16i you can write there. Now look at this, this is 9 into minus 1. okay, so this is 48 plus 15, so 48 58 and 63 minus 16i divided by 16, minus and minus will be plus 9, right. Now write this in the form of a plus ib. So how you can write this? So this can be a 3-mark question. okay, there are no 5 marks in this chapter. okay, maximum you can get is a 3-mark question. okay, so this is 63 minus 16i divided by 16 plus 9 25. well, so divide, separate the numerator ಅನ್ನು separate ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಈ denominator ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, denominator ನ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು 63 by 25 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು 16i divided by 25, ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Now this is your complex number z, let us say. all right, you got to write the conjugate. Therefore the conjugate of z is z bar, and that is equal to, see, understand, negative sign, ಇದು imaginary sign ಏನಿದೆ, imaginary sign, imaginary number sign ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸೈನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ರಿಯಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಸೈನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಬರಿಬೇಕು ನಾವು, 63 by 25 here and minus becomes plus. That's a very important thing here. So when you write the conjugate, and this is I 16 by 25. So that is the answer for this particular question. Now let's move on to the next question. Okay, so that is the first example. Now the second one, find the modulus. All right, so find the modulus of the complex numbers. First one, you got 1 plus I divided by 1 minus I. Okay, so 1 plus I divided by 1 minus I. You got to find the modulus. See, there are two ways. One is you have to find the modulus. No, so find modulus mod z. You have a formula, that is, if you have z1 divided by z2 and if you want to find the modulus, then you can find the modulus separately. Do you remember that formula? Well, so what we can do is we can find the modulus separately, or you can write this first and then you can find the modulus. Okay, so listen. Now what you can do is you can find the modulus of the numerator and the denominator separately. ಎರಡು ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಆಫ್ 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಐ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಆಫ್ 1 minus I. What is the reason? Because modulus of z1 divided by z2 is equal to modulus of z1 divided by modulus of z2. Okay, so that is the reason here. Well, so now what is the modulus formula? Modulus formula is square root of a square plus b square. Remember modulus and conjugate? Well, so modulus is square root of a square plus b square. Now what is a square? A is 1, so 1 square, plus IB, A plus IB, so B is also 1 here, divided by square root of, here A is 1 but B is minus 1. See, 1 minus I ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಈ ಥರ ಬರೀಬೋದು, 1 plus I into minus 1. ಸೊ ಇದು A plus IB ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ -1 ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು -1 ಬರಿಬೇಕು, -1 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ 1 square 1 plus 1, so that is root 2, correct? So that is root 2 divided by, now this is important, 1 plus -1 square is also 1. So what you get actually is root 2 divided by root 2, which is 1. Okay, so this is root 2, this is also root 2, so you will get 1 actually. I hope you understood this. Okay, now suppose you don't remember this formula, you don't remember the formula, then how to do? There is alternative method. So what is that alternative method? We will understand now. Okay, So you can solve using any one of the methods, that's up to you. Okay, so completely your choice, there is no problem at all. So alternatively, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮೆಥಡ್, alternative method. Okay, so z is equal to 1 plus I divided by 1 minus I ಏನಿದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ, a plus ib ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋಣ ಇದನ್ನು. Okay, so once we write that in the form of a plus ib, then directly we can use this formula, right? We can directly use that formula. So that's what we will do here. Well, so we will rationalize. So rationalization means multiplying and dividing by the conjugate of the denominator. ಈ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ನ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 1 ಮೈನಸ್ ಐ. ಸೊ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಸೈನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಐ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೂ 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಐ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಇವಾಗ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸರಿನಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಐ ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಎ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಟು ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ. ಸೊ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 1 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಐ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 2ab. ಸೊ 1 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಐ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ plus 2 into 1 into I divided by 1 minus I square is minus 1. Okay. All right. So 1 plus I square is minus 1, and then 2i divided by 1 minus and minus is plus, so 1 plus 1. Okay, so numerator ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 1 ಮತ್ತೆ minus 1 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ plus 2i divided by 2. ಸೊ ಏನಿದು I, so this is like 0 plus I into 1, correct? So that's our z. Now what is the modulus of z? Square root of a square plus b square. Okay, so if you need the formula, I will write square root of a square plus b square. Okay, now this is 0 square 0 and 1 square 1. So what is square root of 1? Is 1 itself. So ಏನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? So that will be 1. So there are two methods actually. Okay, so here what we need to do is rationalize first and then convert that in the form of a plus ib, and then we can use the formula of the modulus and find the modulus. So that is the second method that we have understood. But in the first method what we have done is we have found the modulus separately and simplified. Okay, so whichever method you find easy, so that can be followed. Okay, now let us go to the second sub question in this. So the second sub question is 1 by 1 plus I. 1 by 1 plus I. Now this is once again finding modulus. So mod z is equal to modulus of 1 by 1 plus I. So if you find the modulus separately, modulus of 1 divided by modulus of 1 plus I, so that is like square root of 1 andre no 1 plus I into I 0. Okay, so 1 plus I 0. So what is the modulus? Square root of 1 square plus 0 square. Okay, so that is 1 itself. Then this is square root of 1 square plus I into 1. So that is 1 square because b is 1. Okay, All right. Now what we do? Simplify. So square root of 1 square is 1, and then this is 1 square plus 1 square. 1 square is 1 plus 1, so root 2. So 1 by root 2 is the answer. Well, let us understand, do we get the same answer if you solve by other method? Okay, so alternatively, you have z is equal to 1 by 1 plus I. So rationalize, multiply and divide by the conjugate. So ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ multiply ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ 1 minus I divided by 1 minus I. Okay, so 1 into multiply, so that will be same, but this is a plus b into a minus b type, a square minus b square. So what do you get? You will get 1 minus I numerator alli, denominator ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ 1 square, ಇಲ್ಲಿ I square ಏನಿದೆ ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ -1 ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ, ಸರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So this is 1 minus I divided by 1 plus 1, which is 2. Okay, so this can be separated. ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? half minus I divided by 2, correct? Or you can write minus 1 by 2. Is it same? Okay, so this is actually I by 2 minus, so minus into plus is minus I by 2. You don't understand? So this is 1 by 2 minus I by 2. ಅಲ್ಲಿ I by 2 ಏನಿದೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಪ್ಲಸ್ I ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಸರಿನಾ? ಸೊ minus half will remain. So now this is of the form a plus IB. ಇವಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, so what is the modulus? See, this is z. Okay, so z is equal to, now modulus of z, square root of a square plus b square. So what is a? A is half, so write half square here plus minus half square. Okay, so a square plus b square is the formula, right? Should I write the formula? Okay, now simplify. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಫ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ 1 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ 1, 2 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ 4 ಪ್ಲಸ್ minus 1 square is 1 divided by 2 square is 4. So what you can do is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, LCM is 4, so 2 by 4. 2 by 4 means 1 by 2, correct? So what is it? Square root of 1 is 1 and square root of 2 is root 2. So that's the answer we got using the first method also. So now you understand which method will be easy for you. The first method. Okay, so if you know that formula you can find easily, otherwise here rationalization ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ extra ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು, ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, no problem. Okay, well, so that is about the second sub question. Now moving on to the next example. If x plus iy, see this is a very important question. Okay, so if x plus iy is equal to a plus ib divided by a minus ib, so that is x plus iy. Now what you need to prove that x square plus y square ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 1. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ all right, so what we need to do, see this is x plus iy, we have to arrive at x square plus y square. ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ತದು? Well, so there are two methods. Okay, so one is you know this formula. Okay, so x plus iy into x minus iy, what is it? Z into z bar, so that is mod z square, correct? So what is mod z? Mod z is square root of x square plus y square. Now mod z square ಮತ್ತೆ square root cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ x square plus y square ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so that is one formula that you can use. The other formula is you just find the modulus. Okay, so after you find the modulus, take the square both sides, because modulus will have square root, no? Okay, so that is the second method. All right, so here you may get confused, why do you get this? I have explained when I explained this formula. Okay, but if you need, I'll explain again. ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಟು ಎ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ, ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಟೈಪ್. ಸೊ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಐ ವೈ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಐ ವೈ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಐ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಂಟು ವೈ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಐ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೈನಸ್ 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ minus into minus plus. So did you understand? If you multiply these two things, we get this. See, ಅದೇ ಬೇಕಿರೋದು ನಮಗೆ, x square plus y square ಬೇಕಿರೋದು, ಸರಿನಾ? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು, x plus iy ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಫೈನ್. ಬಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಬೇಕು, x minus iy, ಅದೇನು ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ x plus iy. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ನಾವು, ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಐ ಬಿ ಟೈಪಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ಲಿ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಐ ಬಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ಲಿ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ ನಂಬರ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ರ್ಯಾಷನಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಫಸ್ಟ್. ರ್ಯಾಷನಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಟ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ವೈ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಬರಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಹಿಯರ್. Well, if you did not understand this explanation, please listen carefully when I solve it. Okay, you will understand definitely. Okay, so follow this very carefully. This is x plus iy, and that is a plus ib divided by a minus ib. So multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. Denominator na conjugate ಇಂದ multiply ಮತ್ತೆ divide ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So conjugate ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, a plus ib. So this is a plus ib divided by a plus ib. ಇವಾಗ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ನೋಡಿ, a plus ib into a plus ib, a plus ib whole square, no? Divided by, ಇದು a minus b into a plus b type. So a square minus b square. Next, this is a plus b whole square formula. So a square plus ib square plus 2ab. So 2 into a into ib divided by a square minus I square and b square, correct? Okay, so ಎರಡು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, square should be taken here, square should be taken here. Well, so this is a square plus I square b square plus 2ab into I, or I into 2ab ಅಂತಲೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಬರೀರಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಐ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ minus 1. Okay, so I square write it as minus 1. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಐ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಮೈನಸ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಐ ಇಂಟು 2ab ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ now this is a square and minus plus into minus. Okay, so minus b square ಇದೆರಡು ರಿಯಲ್ ಸರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಐ ಇರೋ ಪಾರ್ಟನ್ನು ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸೆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀತೇನೆ. ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು ನೋಡಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಯಾಕೆ, ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಐ ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ನಾವು. See, where did we start? We started at x plus iy. So LHS is x plus iy only. Okay. So ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಬರೀತೇನೆ ಅಂತ. Understand what is happening here. So what did I do? I took the denominator here and I took the denominator here. I just separated the numerator. That's all I did. So ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಸಿಕ್ತು ನಮಗೆ, a ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಯಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಐ ಬಿ. So this is the imaginary part. This is what I have got. Why did I do like this? Because I need the conjugate in the next step. So what is the conjugate? What is the conjugate? The conjugate is ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಸೈನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರೀರಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಉಳಿದದ್ದು ಸೇಮ್. Well, so we have got x plus iy into x minus iy. Now what? Now this is x plus iy into x minus iy. ಇದೆರಡನ್ನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, so what is this? This is nothing but x square plus y square. Is that correct? I explained this to you. Z into z bar is modulus of z square. Well, now we should get this answer as 1. So x plus iy, write that here. X minus iy answer, write it here. Multiply or simplify, do whatever you can with the rules of mathematics. You should get the answer 1. That's all you have to prove in this question. Well, now substitute. So this is a square minus b square divided by a square plus b square plus I into 2ab divided by a square plus b square into, so I'll just erase this. Okay, so this is a square. See what I'm writing now, x minus iy. Okay, so minus well, now look at this. This is a plus b into a minus b. So what should be written next? So that is a square minus b square obviously. So this is ಇದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ I square into 2ab divided by a square plus b square whole square. ಸೊ ಇದು ಏನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದು ನಾವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದು a ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ, ಇದು a ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ I ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು a ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಬಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಐ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಂಟು ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಂಟು ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದು ನಾವು. ಓಕೆ, ಇವಾಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು -1 ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ divided by a square plus b square minus I square is -1. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ 4a ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಯಿತು, b ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಯಿತು ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ a ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ b ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಈ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲೂ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಯಿತು. We are just separating the numerator and the denominator. Square ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ಈ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ, 4a ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ b ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಈ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇದು ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ಸೊ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮೈನಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಾ? ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್. So it's enough that we write only once. Okay, so be careful. So otherwise that is the LCM, same ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಏನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಟು 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟು 1 ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಆಯಿತು ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದೆಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು, ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ 4a ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಾವು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, a ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 4ab. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ well, what you can do is just use the formula a minus b whole square, expand it. Okay, you could do that before, anyway now you will do it. So idu a square whole square aitu plus b square whole square aitu minus 2ab. So 2a square b square aitu, alli plus 4a square b square ide alva, divided by a square plus b square whole square. Now look at this, 4 minus 2. So how much is that? Plus 2, correct? So plus 4 minus 2 is plus 2. Well, look at the denominator. Okay. Now look at the numerator, a square whole square. So a square plus b square plus 2ab type ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಈ ಥರ ಬರೀಬೋದಲ್ವಾ, a square plus b square whole square, and this is also whole square. Now both are same. Okay, so what you get is 1. So that's what we had to prove, x square plus y square is equal to 1, and that's what we have proved. Okay, so ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನೋಡಿ, a minus b whole square plus 4ab is equal to a plus b whole square. So if you know this formula, you can write after that directly this step and write 1. ಈ ಎರಡು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಉಳಿತಾಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, so if you know this formula, if you do not know the formula, then do this, no problem. Okay, so that is about this miscellaneous example. We have last one example and we will solve a few miscellaneous exercise problems as well in the next class. Okay, so that's it for today's class. All right, so thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.